On the frozen steppes, they abandoned a child and thought he'd vanish with the wind. But the wind began to whisper his name. Every tribe that betrayed him disappeared. Every empire that defied him turned to ash. Who was he? They called him Genghis Khan. It's the late 11th century. On the frozen steppes of Mongolia, a boy named Temüjin watches his father collapse, poisoned by rivals. And just like that, his world ends. The clan. His family trusted? They abandon his mother and siblings, stealing their food, their horses, leaving them to starve in the wilderness. Temüjin was only 9. No protection, no wealth, nothing. Most would have died. But Temüjin learned something that day. Trust no one. Power is survival. One winter, starving, Temüjin was captured by a rival tribe. They locked him in a wooden collar like a dog. But one night, he escaped, with the help of a sympathetic guard. This wasn't just luck. It was a sign. He was destined for more. As he grew, Temüjin gathered allies, not by birth, but by loyalty. If you were skilled, he lifted you up. If you betrayed him, he destroyed you. This idea alone shattered centuries of tribal tradition. By his 20s, Temüjin had something no other Mongol leader had, an army of brothers bound by loyalty, not blood. He forged alliances, married into rival clans, and played politics like a chess master. But he also remembered every betrayal, and when the time came, he unleashed vengeance. In 1201, rival tribes crowned a new Khan to oppose him. Temüjin fought them at the Battle of the 13 Sides. Outnumbered, his warriors fought like demons, surrounding their enemies, raining arrows, cutting them down. When the dust cleared, Temüjin's enemies were slaughtered. He didn't just win. He sent a message. Resist me, and I will erase you. Then came 1206. On the banks of the Orphan River, all the tribes gathered. For the first time in Mongol history, one man ruled them all. Temüjin was given a new name, Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. The boy who once had nothing now had the most fearsome army the world had ever seen. And then, the world trembled. China's great Jin dynasty, shattered. The Khwarezm Empire in Persia, obliterated. One story says the Khwarezm ruler insulted Genghis by murdering his trade caravan. Genghis responded not with words, but with war. He unleashed 200,000 horsemen. City after city fell. When Samarkand resisted, it was burned to the ground. Tens of thousands were executed. The Mongols were more than warriors. They were a storm. But what made them unstoppable? Speed? Each warrior rode with 3 or 4 horses, swapping them to stay fresh. They moved faster than news could travel. Deception. They faked retreats, luring enemies into traps before surrounding them like wolves. Fear. Entire cities surrendered without a fight, terrified by stories of Mongol brutality. And yet, Genghis wasn't only destruction. He created the Yasa, a law code that bound his empire. He opened the Silk Road, letting trade flow safely from Europe to Asia. He welcomed religions, promoted merit, and built a communication network with mounted messengers, like an early internet of war. But never forget, the foundation of this empire was blood. Historians say tens of millions may have died in Mongol conquests. Rivers ran red. Entire kingdoms vanished. And yet, in just 25 years, Genghis Khan carved out the largest land empire in human history. From the Pacific Ocean to the edge of Europe, a boy left to starve in the wilderness became the ruler of half the known world. Even in death, he remained a mystery. In 1227, Genghis Khan died suddenly. His burial site? Still undiscovered. Legends say his funeral escort killed everyone they met to keep the secret. But his legacy? Unstoppable. His descendants would go on to rule China, Persia, and even parts of Europe. So ask yourself this: how does a starving child, abandoned and betrayed, rise to become one of the most feared and powerful men in history? The answer is simple. He was Genghis Khan, and when he came, the world bowed, or it burned.